Welcome to Latest News Blaster. If you want daily real celebrity news, subscribe now. The online world is once again buzzing with speculation after a new legal development reignited long-running rumors surrounding Rob and Michele Reiner. While no official charges have been filed against the Reiners themselves, the appearance of another individual connected to the case in court has added a fresh layer of intrigue to a story that refuses to fade from public conversation. For years, the Reiner name has been associated with Hollywood legacy, creative influence, and political activism. Now, however, social media and independent commentators are revisiting an old and unresolved mystery, one that blends tragic loss, unanswered questions, and a legal process that continues to unfold quietly in the background. What sparked the renewed attention? The latest surge in interest began when court documents confirmed that a previously unnamed individual, long rumored to be tangentially linked to the case, has formally appeared in court on unrelated but connected legal matters. While authorities have not described this person as a primary suspect, their involvement has been enough to reopen public discussion and intensify scrutiny. Legal experts caution that a court appearance does not equal guilt, yet the timing has fueled speculation online, especially among true crime communities that have tracked the story for years. This is exactly how dormant cases resurface, said one legal analyst. A procedural move, not an arrest, suddenly becomes a focal point for public imagination, separating facts from speculation. It is important to emphasize that no law enforcement agency has accused Rob or Michele Reiner of any wrongdoing. The mystery stems from a tragic death that occurred years ago, one that authorities ruled inconclusive at the time, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions rather than confirmed conclusions. Over time, those unanswered questions became fertile ground for theories, many of which spread far beyond the scope of verified evidence. Podcasts, YouTube channels, and online forums amplified fragments of information, often mixing confirmed facts with conjecture. Mainstream outlets, by contrast, largely moved on, until now. Who is the new figure in court? Court records show that the individual, recently appearing before a judge, had prior associations with people connected to the original investigation, though the nature of those connections remains unclear. Officials have not publicly stated whether the appearance is tied directly to the original case or to a separate matter entirely. What has drawn attention is the proximity, not proof. Legal filings remain sealed, and prosecutors have declined to comment. This silence has only intensified public curiosity. Why the case never truly closed? One reason the mystery continues to resurface is the lack of definitive closure. No clear suspect was ever publicly identified, and no trial resolved lingering doubts. In such cases, even minor legal movements can feel significant. Former investigators familiar with cold cases explain that unresolved deaths often linger in the public consciousness, especially when high-profile names are nearby. When a famous family is adjacent to a tragedy, the story never really dies, said a retired detective. It just waits. The impact on the Reiner family. For Rob and Michele Reiner, renewed speculation has come at a personal cost. Friends of the family describe the cycle as emotionally exhausting. Every few years, rumors reemerge, often without new evidence, forcing the family back into the spotlight for reasons unrelated to their work or advocacy. Neither Rob nor Michele Reiner has commented publicly on the recent court development, a decision consistent with their past approach. Legal advisors often recommend silence in situations where speculation outweighs verified facts. Social media versus the justice system. One of the most striking aspects of the current moment is the contrast between online certainty and legal restraint. While social platforms are flooded with confident claims, the justice system moves deliberately, sometimes frustratingly slowly. Experts warn that viral narratives can distort reality, especially when audiences mistake repetition for confirmation. A rumor repeated 1,000 times still isn't evidence, said a media ethics professor. But online, repetition creates belief. Could the case be reopened? At present, authorities have not announced any plans to reopen the investigation. However, legal analysts note that new testimony, forensic advancements, or credible evidence could change that at any time. The recent court appearance does not automatically trigger such action, but it does place the case back into public view. where pressure can sometimes lead to renewed review. Why public fascination persists. True crime culture has reshaped how audiences engage with unresolved stories. Viewers now expect answers, timelines, and accountability, even when the legal system cannot yet provide them. The Reiner mystery sits at the crossroads of fame, tragedy, and uncertainty, making it uniquely compelling for modern audiences accustomed to high-profile investigations. What happens next? For now, the story remains what it has long been, a mystery marked by silence, speculation, and partial truths. The court proceedings involving the newly surfaced individual will continue, but whether they lead to meaningful revelations remains unknown. Until verified information emerges, responsible reporting demands caution, acknowledging public interest without assigning blame where none has been legally established. Final thoughts. The deepening attention surrounding Rob and Michele Reiner highlights a broader issue in today's media landscape: the tension between curiosity and responsibility. While unanswered questions invite speculation, justice requires patience and facts. As the legal process unfolds, one truth remains clear: mystery alone is not proof, and courtrooms, not comment sections, are where real answers ultimately emerge. The mystery surrounding Rob and Michele Reiner has intensified as a new figure connected to the case has appeared in court. While authorities have not accused the Reiners of any wrongdoing, the court appearance has reignited public speculation and online discussions. The individual, previously unnamed in reports, is involved in legal proceedings related to people connected to the original case. Officials have not clarified whether this is directly tied to the Reiner case. For years, the unresolved circumstances around the tragic events involving the Reiners have fueled theories across social media, podcasts, and forums. Experts stress that court appearances do not equal guilt and urge audiences to separate rumor from verified facts. Rob and Michele have remained silent, following legal advice. As the proceedings continue, the public and true crime followers remain intrigued, awaiting any new developments in this ongoing